Hi, good morning everyone. Okay, today we are a little bit off the schedule today because we're supposed to start at 10 a.m. I would like to thank everyone for joining us today in Rodalink's live unboxing show. And for today, we have bikes here, but we are not doing bikes for today. Anyway, the bikes that we have here today is we have the Hiace X2, and this is the popular polygon gravel bike, which is the Dan R5. But today, we're covering something a little bit different from the rest of our live shows. We are covering child seat. We are covering child seats or baby carriers. So I have two different types here. They are both the same model. This is a Polysport Groovy. So this is not your average simple child seat. This is Polysport is actually a brand which originated from Portugal. Yeah. So this is the one that is the carrier mounted type, and this is the one which is frame mounted type. So later on in the show, I'll go through with you on the differences of these two child seats and which one of the bikes they are suitable for. So a little bit closer on the seat. So this is a Polysport Groovy. So basically, the paddings, it's got the bottom and the top padding. So the paddings they're made of PVC material. So let's say if you have your baby food or baby snacks that spill on it, it's easily washable. It's unlike fabric where if it's raining, it's gonna get wet, and PVC it doesn't. So it's not water absorbent. So you can easily clean it with a wet tissue or wet wipes, or just simply wipe it down. Yeah. So both the top and the bottom padding is removable. They are Velcro. And let's take this off. It's got a 3-point harness. So this is adjustable as well. We'll show you how this adjusts later on when we are going to have this installed on one of our bikes here. So our Dan R5 and the Hiace X2 is going to be our demo bike for today when we do the installation for the seat. Yep. So on the carrier mount model, there's an attachment here. So there's a dial here. So this is the part where it clamps onto the rear rack. So the one that is carrier mounted, this is for a rear rack, and we're going to show you the example later on. So this is a Polysport Groovy frame mounted. So this is a little bit, the only difference, this is the exact same thing as the carrier mounted type. The only difference is that it has a different mounting system. So you see there's a bracket here, and this is supposed to be attached on the bicycle frame, which goes on the seat tube. And we're going to share with you later on more into like, okay, so what type of bikes are suitable for this. And I'm sure all of you has a lot of questions on whether both of our child seats, are they suitable for folding bikes. So we will go on further into that later on. Yeah, so this is a different type of mounting for the frame mounted. So you get the bracket here that goes onto the frame, and at the back of it, there's a bar. This is not attached yet, so we need to remove this and promptly attach it on underneath the seat. So we'll get to that later on. So basically it's similar as the carrier mounted model, and besides the removable and washable padding, the 3-point harness, the footrest on the child seat is also adjustable. It's difficult to do it now. We'll show you later after we install it on the bike. Then we'll show you later on how we can adjust the harness and how the footrest is adjustable. So which one do we start first? What do you think, Diane? Carrier mounted or frame mounted? Maybe we go with the easy one first?
Yes.
Okay, let's go with the easy one first. So we have the carrier mounted, right? So we have our Dan R5 here. Oopsie. I'm just going to bring this in front of the camera So it's easier for all of you who's watching to see how it's mounted. Put this away for now. So the carrier rack that you need, it has to be wide enough. Yeah, it has to be wide enough like this. So it has to be flat. You cannot have any springs or anything that's on top of the rack. So it has to be a clean one like that. So what we'll do is that this, you turn the dial counterclockwise, so it opens up the gap here. So this opens up. So this attaches here. So the part that's going to clip onto the rack is going to be here. So what I just need to do is I just need to turn the dial, and it fastens the clamp, which will clamp it onto the rack. The position is adjustable, so you can choose to slide it forward and back. Yeah. My advice on this is that it's nice to have the child seat pushed a little bit back, because then you get a little bit more space here. Because imagine if you're a big guy and you're seated on the seat, and if you have the thing pushed forward, there isn't exactly much space for your child to sit on. But the thing is that if you push it too far back, it's going to affect the weight distribution on the bike. So if the seat is a little bit too far back, if your child is a little bit heavy, it's going to affect of how the bike is going to handle, because you have additional weight that's directly at the rearmost end of the bike. So try to have it closer to you, leaving enough space for yourself and your child. And we proceed to tighten this on. As you can see, there is a red color dial here. So this, you will pull it up when you are removing the rack. So we just keep turning. You see the red color dial, it catches onto the notch here. Okay. Just hand tighten. Hand tighten until it clips in. Okay. Just make sure that the rack is firm, okay, and it doesn't slide. And okay, once this is done, we move into step 2. So step 2, on the front of the step. Okay. So there's a strap here. So this is a safety strap that goes around the seat post. So this, you make it go around the seat post like that. We have to undo this first. This works like a backpack, you know those straps that you adjust the straps on the backpack. So it's a similar thing. So we secure this around the seat post. You can do it on the seat post, you can do it on the frame, but personally, if it's a dropper post like this, in order not to get in the way of the stanchion on the dropper post, I would prefer to have it on the frame, to secure this on the frame instead. So that the strap is more secure and it doesn't have to slide up and down on the dropper post. So make it go through the loop. Goes through the loop like that. Okay, so once that is tightly secured, then you have this hanging around. So what you can actually do is to tidy this up. You can coil it around the strap, do a simple knot, and probably another one.
Okay.
Right. So this is a 3-point harness. It clips into here. So in order to remove the harness, this has child safety, so that when you press the knobs, you're not able to remove it, but you need to press the center button. Then you're able to remove the harness. Yeah, so it prevents your
Kids for play.
Kids from accidentally removing it or from accidental release. So to release the harness, press the center, press the sides, and it slides off. So this is adjustable. You can actually adjust the straps to make it bigger. And this goes around this goes over the child's head. Goes over the child's head, goes like that, and here. And you can also adjust the bottom of the strap so that this fits securely over the shoulders. The footrest is also adjustable. They're adjustable in height, so you at the back here, you can unclip it from the slots, so you can adjust to have it higher. Let's say for instance, higher. Do the same on the other side. So these are the straps that keeps your child feet secure. Yeah. So this keeps the feet secure, and there's another thing. There's this covers here. So what this actually does is that it goes onto the sides. Because when your child's feet is here, if the feet happens to be dislodged, this is a safety feature that covers here. So it prevents the child's foot from coming off, if it ever comes off the footrest, from going into the wheel. So this is an additional safety protection that the seat actually comes with.
Okay.
Work on both sides. So this polysport groovy, it takes a maximum of 22 kilograms for the child. And the type that we have here, this is a carrier mounted type. So it fits a variety of carriers. It fits almost any carrier rack, just that you need the simple, the plain one that doesn't have any springs or anything that's on top. Basically, this, let's try to remove it now. So when you don't want the rack one, when you need to remove it, simply just as removing the strap. Let's undo the strap, and remember the dial. Okay, so now we have to work the red color dial. Lift it up, turn it counterclockwise now, so it loosens the grip on the rack. Okay, it's as easy, almost there, as easy as that, yeah.
Wow.
So now the child seat is off, yeah. So if you have a carrier mount, get the one that's with the carrier mounting fit. But if you don't have a carrier mount, and now we'll go into the other model, which is the frame mounted type. So I'm going to put this away for now. Put this by the side here. We'll take our other bike. This is a great bike, but we're not covering this for today. So we're going to put this aside for now, and we're going to take our other bike. And in today's live show, today's a little bit different. You've probably been to our East Coast store, where we are doing it live in person. And I did the easier one, the one that's rack mounted. Now it's the more doesn't have a rack, and you need to get the frame mounted one. So the frame mounted one, it goes on the bracket here. It goes onto the seat tube. So you have to ensure that you have enough space to fit the bracket, and there is no cables here that's going to get in the way. So you need to have a frame that has a seat tube, that has enough space on the seat tube, and it doesn't have any cables here. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, Adi, your question, what's the maximum weight for the child seat? Just now, Najib discussed that the child seat can carry to the maximum weight of 22 kg of the child. But normally, we give allowance for those shocks and bumps on the road. So for safety purposes, at least maximum 20 kg of the weight of the kids or the child to carry on the baby carrier, so that you have allowance for those shocks and bumps on the road. Okay.
And today, okay, I have Mr. Sun Sing here with me. He's been a part of the family member of the Rodalink East Coast team for over 6 years now. He's been here since 2016. No, actually 2015. Yeah. He may not be able to hear or speak as he is speech and hearing impaired. But the amazing thing about Sun Sing is that his dedication, his passion, and his commitment towards his work has contributed greatly to the team, and that makes him an important member of the Rodalink family in the East Coast Store. So what he's going to do now is going to show to us, like, okay, how this goes onto the bike. Because as I mentioned, this is a more complicated job. Yeah, so we need a specialist to actually help us to show how it's done. Yep, so he's cutting away the bracket. So this is a bracket that goes onto the seat tip of the bike. So there are 4 bolts that you need to undo. And you actually get the Allen key set. The one that we use is the flame mounted type. It also comes with the Allen key and a spanner to help you.
Okay.
There are rubber protectors that wraps around the frame so that it doesn't damage the frame. So now the bracket goes to the back of the bike.
Okay. Okay, now he's going to install the bracket. Okay.
Ensure that the bolts are evenly tightened when you tighten the bolts.
Okay.
And take note that this is a one-time thing that you only need to do for the installation of the rack. We thank Mr. Sun Sing today for sharing with us his expertise on the installation of the rack.
Okay.
Now so this has to be face forward. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And ensure that the bolts are evenly tightened. Okay, now we need to remove the railings that's attached on the seat, because this is you need to move this, take this out and install it here. So there's a 13mm spanner, there's a 13mm bolt here. Spanners are provided. There's a little small spanner here. to help you with the installation. But for today, we're going to use a proper one. So we have a 13mm spanner here. So this plastic piece, it goes here. Yeah. So we're going to remove the rails from the seat. So if you notice, there are two slots here. So the rail goes into the slot. And there are three sections. So there are three grooves here. So this, here and here. It depends on where do you want to position the seat. If you want to position it a little bit further to the back. And normally we'll put this in the center or slightly to the back. So in this case, we're going to put it in the center. Yep. So put the cover back on. The cover hooks into here, and now we need to put the bolts back on. Don't forget the washer. There's a washer. So the washer has to be in the washer, then the bolt. Using a 13mm spanner. So this. The bolts have a rubber seal, so so it prevents the bolt from self-loosening. So that's one of the safety features on the polygons. On the Polysport seats.
Okay.
Careful not to over tighten it. Just about right, because it has the rubber seals to prevent it from loosening.
Okay. Now.
So this, now you have it like that. So this, it goes into the bracket, slips in with a clip, and there's a strap. Similarly, like the previous one, the rack mounted type, there's a strap that goes around the seat post.
Okay. Sunseng can do the demo next time also. Yeah. Great job. Just now he mentioned that upon putting the child seat, there is a sound that goes into the lock. So meaning it was the child seat is already locked to the.
Yes. So when the child seat the railing on the child seat is properly secured onto the bracket, you will hear that distinctive sound.
Yeah.
To ensure that it's properly secured to the bracket. So the strap. So this, similarly like the rack mounted type, it takes a maximum of 22 kilograms. And this is not I say one. You will find the details here. Let me find it.
Hi,
Yeah. So this child seat is suitable for carrying children with a maximum weight of 22 kilograms. Yeah, and with recommended ages, okay, from 9 months up to 5 years of age. Yeah. Yep. So the minimum is 9 months. Yeah.
Up to 5
Maximum
years
weight
old.
is 22 kilograms. So the difference is that if your bike doesn't have the carrier mount, so you will get the frame mounted type. Just ensure that you have enough space. You have a seat tube. You have enough space on the seat tube, and it doesn't have any cables that gets in the way. So the one that is frame mounted, it shares the same exact feature as the one which is carrier mounted. So it's got the PVC paddings. It's got the adjustable footrest, then also the adjustable harness. And right now, let's say, okay, we've shown on the other model, like okay, on the carrier mounted model, how it's being installed and how it easily gets removed. This one is much simpler to remove the child seat. So let's say if I want to take the child seat off, undo the straps. There's a spring lever here. There's a spring button here. So you press the spring button. Sun Sing is going to show a demo. Okay, so press the spring button and lift it out. Yeah. So when you put it back in, let's hear the click again.
Okay.
There will be a distinctive click. When you're putting it back in, you don't have to press this. You just have to push it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So press at the bottom of the bracket. Slide it out.
Okay.
Comes off. So this will just stay on the bike. So the child seat, you see, in less than a minute, you can easily put it on and take it off on the free-mounted type.
Yeah.
This is, if you're asking like which one is a better type, this is not a competition of which model is actually a better type. It depends on your needs. So if you have a bike that has a rear rack, you can go for the carrier mounted type. Then if yours is a free mount, you don't have the rear rack, then you can go for the free mounted type. But you have to ensure that your bike has a seat tube and there's enough space on the seat tube and there's no cables in between to be able to safely mount the bracket for the frame mounted type. And we thank Sun Sing, thank you. Okay, for your help. Okay. And the final question is that I'm sure all of you has question, which is like folding bikes are getting like really popular now. Then a lot of people are asking like, okay, I want a child seat on my folding bike. Is that possible? I'm just going to take a folding bike for demonstration. I'm just going to take one. I'll be right back. So, okay, I have the Albano tree here with me today. So on the Albano tree, it is on the folding bike. It is not possible to install the child seat because it doesn't have the rack and there's not enough space on the seat tube to install the rack. Then there'll be people like saying, okay, so I can't install it on the seat tube, but I can still install it on the seat post, right?
Correct.
I wouldn't recommend that because the seat post is not designed to handle additional weight or to have anything to be clamped onto it. So it is, in short, it is not safe to install the frame-mounted type on the seat post, as the seat post is not designed to handle additional weight. That's a definite no-no. Because at Rodalink, we'll try to sell you everything, we'll try to sell you the whole shop in fact, but we will never compromise on safety, and especially the safety of a child.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you have a folding bike, fortunately to say, it's not compatible to be installed with a Polysport child seat or any other child seat in the market, I believe. Yeah. So I hope that answers the queries, which because this is the type of question that we normally receive on the shop front. Yeah. So we just want to like highlight some of the facts. Yeah. Then put this aside. And now, just to summarize, just gonna keep this away. Just to summarize, on the left here, we have the free-mounted type. This is a carrier-mounted type, and I don't have the rest of the colors to show everyone here. Yeah, but the seats, they are available in a variety of colors. There's 6 different colors for each of the models. So they are both priced at $85. Yeah, they're both $85. So that's the carrier mounted, frame mounted, available in 6 colors. You can actually order them from our online store, from the comfort of your own home, to have it be delivered to you. But if you are anxious and you're worried that, okay, is this gonna fit my bike, what I would actually suggest is for you to bring your bike over to our store. You can bring it down to either our East Coast store or our Jurong East store, the one which is our mega store at Freight Hub, to have bring your bike along. Let our mechanics have a look at it to see if it's compatible for either one of the child seats. We thank you for watching today's show. We hope you had a great time and enjoyed. And we also would like to thank Sun Sing for his participation in today's show. Yeah, so, yep.
Okay.
That is it, yeah.
Thank you for watching. But before we end the show, we want to confirm the price of the Groovy. The model is a Groovy, Polysport Groovy, and the pricing is $85. Okay. Thank you for watching.